play. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Division beta version, which is really just a trial. But here I am in fucking Camp Hudson as I get past this loading screen of 10%. Alright, so here we are, Camp Hudson, basically New York. I don't know the geography of that place very well, but very beautiful game in 4K. Some of the details I've noticed kind of pops in as we go along, but it isn't as defined as I would like it to be. Maybe there's too much anti-aliasing, everything looks a little smudgy to me, so I'll be going through like a lot of menu options and stuff like that, so you can see what kind of options are available on the PC. That's what has been worrying me, and as well as many other PC players for the Division, is that the footage that we've shown from the Xbox One didn't have all the graphics that was shown up in the E3 conference, back in like 2013, for example. It looked great back then, but the question is, does it look great now? So I'll take a look. I'm gonna be just doing some random stuff, nothing too much in terms of actual gameplay. This is more of like a graphical demonstration in 4K. The issue I have with this is that when it's in 4K,
you hear me?
oh man, they've gone through some shit. But yeah, when it's in 4K, I'm not getting great frame rates. I'm actually getting terrible frame rates in this game. At 4K and Ultra, I was hovering around 23 frames per second. Considering I have two 980 Ti's, which is basically the best graphics cards you can get, and that setup is pretty much the furthest you can go. I mean, there are triple SLI setups and quad SLI setups, but usually they don't give that much of a graphical performance, for your money and stuff like that. Even if I did get two more graphics cards, I would see probably around 40 frames per second. If you do that. I'm not entirely sure this game is entirely optimized for triple and quad SLI, so there's no really... until someone else actually comes up with that, I don't know if it's going to be any better. So, for the top-end graphics, running at 4K, this game is still unplayable. Yes, it's good enough for me to just go around and, watch some stuff, but the actual gameplay, I guess we'll be seeing later on, that I'll be uploading a separate video for because it's in lower resolution, is in 1440p. So, there's that. Anyway, I'm going through these menu options, this different graphic column, turning off VSync, turning off frame rate limit. Seems like it does it anyway. NVIDIA PCSS is for the shadow. It's the way the shadow gets more blurry as it goes further away from the original object. Local reflection quality, very high. That's the stuff you want to see on the ground. You want to see the buildings in the puddles in the ground and stuff like that. That still exists. It's not like the Xbox One version. The Xbox One versions all have, let's say, fucking just baked in kind of thing. They're just all baked into the texture and stuff like that. So you guys should see a difference between the Xbox One version against the PC version. Alright, so here we are at nighttime. Apologies for the jagged cut there, but yeah, the game, I quit the game because I was trying out different menu option. Didn't realize I just quit the game while I was in the middle of my talking. So here we are at night. This is the reflection of the time of day that they promised to have in the game, which I'm not exactly sure. I think it's about 10-20 minutes for like a change. So like 10-20 minutes to go from sunset to evening, and then another 20 minutes to go to daytime. I'm not really sure. This is just like me guessing at what it is. It's just pure guessing. There's no I haven't timed it. I haven't done any or read it anywhere what the time of day schedule is actually like, so you guys can go ahead and search that up yourselves. Maybe I'll find out for you. Put in the description. But here we are. Ooh, look at that. Oh man. This fire's really fucked up the city. There's this thing that you're when you're playing this game, Hey, there's other guys. Look at that. So this is the hub. I'm gonna get back to what I was saying earlier, but this is the hub. This is the place where you can go ahead and buy all the different kinds of gears. You got your holsters, gloves, and they all just give different armor settings. I was gonna say armor settings, not armor settings. Fuck. But different armor values, which gives you more armor. There's a certain percentage that it decreases by. I'll probably get into that later. So like 100, actually I'm going to just tell you now, 125 armor, which is probably level 6, level 7, will give you about 14 to 15% of damage reduction. So that's how the armor system works. It's not like other RPGs. So if you take damage, you'll take damage. So you might want to go for more health rather than armor. Matchmaking looks like it's something that you can just compare up with people to be inside squads and stuff. I'm not too sure. I never tried it because I was about to go and play with other friends. So you'll see that in a bit. Situation report is very nice. I think it's
tired. Look, I hate to be the one to
she doesn't make any sense when she's talking, but it's very nice because it just gives you all the side missions on your mini-map.
Listen, they got me doing
All these little
this
stuff that you can go ahead and do. But
that's
that's pretty nice.
Give you the info you need, honey.
No cell phones in the area. Gotta have ComSec, right? ComSec. A couple level 7s running around already. Didn't play this game the moment it started at 7 in the morning in Eastern time. I played it, I think around noon. Yeah, it's noon. So yeah, this is the game in 4K. Everything's still set to pretty much ultra. I turned off a couple options, see if it made a difference. Not really. Couldn't really notice that shit anyway. Oh yeah, I was trying to do skills. Skills, there's medical, tech, and security skills. Medical is the one that, the one you start off with is just a scanner that kind of scans shit around you. And then there's one that, the one below it, well, actually the one we're looking at right now is a sticky bomb. It's basically like C4, you shoot it, it explodes. Very cool. Ignore the not in beta sign, I just didn't figure out how to actually load it up yet. The other one from the medic side is that other than scanner, you also have like this thing that just heals people. It's like a magic gun. The healer, the magic gun. You basically shoot an area and it does like this healing bubble, which I mean that's something you kind of have to hold your belief systems in. It's like, oh yeah, that's not really working in real life there, buddy. It's just some magic green bubble that heals people, but it's a game, so it works. Remember, this is a MMORPG. Oh, scanning civilian in need, and they need a med pack. So med kits are very rare. Not rare, I would say hard to get in the game. You have to go to like a restock point that has a med kit in it to pick up med kits. So it's oh, she spoke Chinese. She spoke Mandarin. She said, "Long time no see," and I just pointed a gun at her. So yeah, it's medkit's something that's not like you just pick off of dead guys and stuff like that. You have to go to a respawn, like a restock point, to go and get medkits. So that's why I was hesitant in giving that guy a medkit. Basically, I was afraid I was going to need it later on, etc., etc. What was I saying? Oh yes, this game is an MMO. I was trying to figure out how to move from cover to cover, and that didn't work. You have to hold the spacebar basically, and I'll figure out soon. I think. Nope, still haven't figured it out. But yeah, this game is still an MMO. It's something that you got to level up. There's a lot of people that said, "Oh, these the enemies don't die as quickly, and it doesn't feel like a Tom Clancy game." I've played Tom Clancy Splinter Cell, Ghost Recon. Quite a few, I think 2 or 3 Splinter Cells, not the original Chaos Theories, nothing like that, but Splinter Cell Conviction, Splinter Cell Blacklist, and what else was there? Fucking the Tom Clancy series. I really like how their games worked. It was nice, and obviously the enemies without a helmet die in one shot. You shoot him in the
Watch
head,
what you're doing.
and the guy dies. That works well if you're the only person in the whole damn game, right? Those games are solo games. This, if everybody just dies one shot, you got 6 guys,
It's not funny.
and the AI, I mean, you and your friends come in, four people squads, you're gonna kill everybody instantly. There's just like everyone's just gonna die immediately, right? The only way to balance that, other than bullet sponges that they've kind of done in this game, is to basically make you die immediately after like enemy shots. That's the only way to balance the game. You can't have armor, you can't have upgrades. Then that doesn't make a very that doesn't have a very good game in a sense. Like, you take 3 shots and you die. Well, what's the point of upgrading armor and stuff? So it's hard to make an RPG game element out of that. They may have tried it early on and probably decided not to, because it's something I'm definitely sure they would have tried in like their internal testing and stuff like that, and figured out, okay, you know what, we can maybe have like 6 armor packs. Like in real life, you only have one like body vest and helmet and maybe something else that really protects you. Everything else just like a luck, don't get shot. So people talking about like, oh yeah, I want to be realistic. That's not gonna work, because if it's realistic, you have body armor that's maybe 6 options of body armor, and that's it. You're done. GG, game over. That's the end game. So that doesn't make a very good game in terms of that sense, MMORPG. So that's why they made it slightly bullet sponges. Now, on the other hand, bullet sponges aren't exactly a bad thing, because
intercepting JTF radio traffic.
alright, so here we are. I'm trying to engage these guys. The bullet sponge isn't exactly a bad thing, because if you're doing it properly, like if you land headshots, you pretty much manage to kill these guys. I mean, 4 shots killing these guys, and if you have a squad, these guys die very quickly. Like, immediately, these guys are just dead. If they're level 4 enemies and you guys are level 4s all around, and you're versing these guys, you'll see very later on, these guys will die immediately, just no problems. The guy takes a couple shots and before that, if you've ever seen someone get shot in real life, even if you've had like a pistol round, if you emptied a full pistol round, the guy's humped up on adrenaline and the guy gets shot, you can land 5 rounds in the guy and the guy will still be moving, especially if you're like shooting in the back or something like that, where there's more, where it's just kind of away from the main organs and stuff. So yeah, if you've seen someone get shot, not saying I have, maybe I have, but they're humped up on adrenaline, they can get 5 rounds and still be running away from you. Obviously they'll die of like bleeding and shit in like 2 or 3 minutes, and when the adrenaline wears off, but in the moment of them fighting at you, if they have the desire to fight you and you pump 5 rounds in them, and they're not going down and they're still shooting back, they're still a threat, right? So think about it that way. It's not exactly just like everyone's idea is like, oh yeah, these guys should go down immediately. Have you like half the times, how many people have actually seen people get shot? How many of you guys have seen people get shot? That's the big question, right? So it's like all people have seen is in the movies where someone acts getting shot and dies. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this series. I'm just gonna try a few more options over here. Probably stick down to fucking 1440p, and you shall see other gameplay, which is much more team orientated gameplay. Play with a couple friends and stuff like that to really show off this game in terms of gameplay. This was a graphical setting, and oh, contact shadows. Anyway, so I'm just fiddling around with some of the options here, see if it works out. But yeah, that's my piece, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon in the next video of The Division. They're gonna be long videos. I'm not gonna do too much editing. It's gonna be more like stream type videos where it's just anything goes. And I promise it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Just, leave in the background if you want to, but just watch. Like, subscribe, and enjoy, and always have a nice day. See ya.
So that's it? You give us hope, you know?